cannot miss what you've never seen before. Deep inside, you know there must be more. Hey everyone, welcome to the third part of Stars and Wars, an actual play podcast. If you're just starting here, I'd recommend going back and listening to the first two episodes. If you heard those and just don't remember anything that happened before 3 days ago because you're just at that point in your life, BM and Levy are prisoners aboard Mahdi's Legacy, a prison space station thing. Lieutenant Fopp is an Imperial officer. Something in the food turned most of the folks on board into monsters that we're calling Skywalkers. Upon narrowly escaping the cafeteria, our party hears someone crying for help.
Okay.
I ignore the voice and I immediately start heading in the direction towards cell block B, and gesture for everyone to follow me.
Wait. Well, first of all, I thought you said cell block A.
So
Second
you're
of all,
in.
the more
You're in cell block A. You're going to. Cell
we
block
made it
B
to cell block A.
Is what,
okay, we're moving to
is
cell
what
block.
he wants to do.
Oh. So wait, the voice that was calling out is coming from behind like another door or
from one of the cells.
I think we probably should check just to see who it is. Who's kept in these cells in A?
Prisoners.
No. I mean
prisoners.
What? Political science? Really good at fighting?
No, the scientific prisoners, the scientists should be this way. Anyone here is someone who just was left for mealtime. Because everyone who is down in the canteen are the people who are in this cell block.
Yeah, I would say there's not a. It's not like
there shouldn't be anyone here.
It's not like this is the. This isn't like a solitary or something like that. Like, yeah, this is. Yeah, you're right. You're right. This is the people who are here. If they're still here, that means that they didn't go to. That means that they didn't go to dinner for some reason, for one reason or another. And you can hear.
Well,
you might assume that some of them there was they didn't go to dinner because they weren't feeling up to it, and you can kind of hear some moaning and groaning from those cells. So you might have a feel for what's going on there.
Oh, Do these cells have like little doors where we can take a look at to see who's in the cell?
Yeah, you can see in the
cell. All
right. Please help me.
Hold on, because I mean, at the very least, we should see what's wrong. So like, I opened the little door and like, it's like, what's are you? It's like, hold on. It's like, are you sick? Did you eat dinner yet, or did you eat at the cafeteria?
No, I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. I'm a scientist. I just ducked into here because they were coming after me. And you see a very
scientist.
You see a young in a white lab coat, a young Falleen. Falleen is the green guys like Prince Xizor from the book. I said this was based on some bad Star Wars stories that I read.
Oh, the one with the Xizor salad.
Yeah. yeah. Oh yeah. Because this is the new canon. Right. Anyway,
yes.
But,
that's the only thing I know that name from is from his famous salad, the Xizor salad.
So my name is Paul Xizorson. I'm a scientist on this vessel. Please help me. I was running from those creatures, and I went into the cell and closed the door behind me, and now it's locked.
Where did those creatures come from? I run and well, can I open the cell?
Yes, you can open the cell.
Well, hang on a minute.
All right, I open the cell as they're talking.
Okay.
I'm not quite happy about you opening that cell, by the way.
Well, it's probably good that we have more people there, and they don't look infected.
What?
They are scientists.
I was trying to leave at first, and you wanted to stay, and now you don't want to save this person?
I didn't say I wanted to save them at all.
Oh well, you could take that up with them. All right.
I just please, maybe I can help if we can get back to my lab.
Information. I need me some information first.
I think it's.
What direction did they go?
Don't listen to him. He's not actually in charge here.
I'm in charge enough. I've got the blaster.
Okay, do a stars roll.
Just one?
Yeah, just one.
6.
Okay. Well, okay. I think I know. I don't know everything. They limit. We work on these different projects. I was working on a project. It was Project Maximilian, and we were. Whenever our test subjects died, we would grind them up and feed them to you inmates. We were trying to see if we could generate a dietary supplement that would increase the midichlorian count. You guys probably don't understand that, but it's very important to the Empire. I think. I don't know. I'm just an intern, really. I'm not a real scientist. I'm just an intern. I came here. I'm from Coruscant University.
CU?
Yeah.
I had a buddy went to CU.
Oh, really? That's great.
He wasn't a good buddy.
I was failing most of my classes, and this was the only internship I could find. But if we can get to my lab, I think I know that. I think that we were working on a cure. We were working on a countermeasure to this. I think. But we just need to get to my lab. Is it okay if I get out of the cell now?
You can come out the cell.
Yes, that is why I opened it.
Okay.
Again, you do not need to listen to this man. He is not actually in charge.
But he's got the blaster.
No one has given him authority. He just refuses to give the blaster up.
Okay.
You can come for my blaster over my cold dead hands.
Yes, I believe that might be what it comes to. All right, let's. Which way is your lab?
It's this way. It's in cell block B.
All right, great. As we continue on, I keep an eye out for any fallen stormtroopers who might have blasters or any other blasters that might be on the way there that I might be able to get a blaster for myself. Because I want to have a blaster and not have the only person with a blaster be Batmouse.
So you see,
I want a blaster, in case that wasn't clear.
He wants to be the master blaster.
You see, you do see down the hallway, a stormtrooper with its helmet off. And it's clearly one of the Zombos. It's clearly a Skywalker, and it's got the gray face and everything, but it's moving a little bit slower than the ones that were in the cafeteria. It doesn't have make a wars roll.
Who?
4. So
5.
that's under my 5.
Okay. Yeah, so it doesn't have a blaster, but you do see that it has a stun baton at its waist.
Is it easy enough for me to grab the stun baton and then keep moving?
You can try. It will be a wars.
Smack it with your ladle.
Unless I would say it'll be 1d6 unless there's a trick or somebody wants to help you.
Smack it with your ladle.
Yeah, I'll smack it with my ladle first.
Okay. So make a wars roll to smack, okay. So you're gonna try to smack him with your ladle, and that's gonna
and
help
then grab
Hal.
the thing.
Oh, just like you're gonna hit him hard.
That will distract him.
It's
I'll hit him with the ladle, and then he'll grab the.
Okay, because it's a really heavy duty ladle. Okay, yeah. So it's gonna be just roll 2d6. 2d6,
all right,
and then I'll tell you what happens.
I've got a 5 and a 6.
Okay. Well, you get to use the force.
As I
But
fail?
it's a mix as you fail. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay.
Is there
Yeah.
any
So
great
you
insight that I get into these zombies as one bites me?
So okay, this is what happens. Actually, this is what
Well,
I
I'm just
wanted to happen
assuming.
anyway. So this is what happens. You swing your ladle at him, you miss him, and it knocks the stun baton onto the floor. The zombie kind of looks at you and projectile vomits all over you. So you are
Close your
covered
mouth.
in this acidy bile. It is not comfortable and it smells horrible. But the stun baton is on the ground, and the zombie is going to start to try to approach you. But again, this one for some reason is a little more lethargic than some of the other ones that you've run into.
Right. Well, I slip just sort of wipe the vomit off of me, off of the front of my tunic, and any that I have on my face. Just sort of like wipe that on the ground, pick up the stun baton, and then keep going.
Okay.
Just gonna pull the old pretend that didn't happen. Obviously, the two people behind me saw everything happen, but I'm just not acknowledging them. I'm just moving forward.
So it's very important
with
that
a
you
ladle
guys
in
know
one hand and a stun baton in the other.
It smells very, very bad.
I'm sure we can.
Like a combination of like death and like if somebody didn't flush the toilet and all the worst
biles
and
in there probably too,
and like Comic-Con, yeah, like all those.
Ooh, wait! Before we get to that lab, we're gonna need to find you a fresher.
Yeah, I was gonna say while we're moving, let's keep an eye out for like laundry or storage closet or something.
Okay.
Get you another outfit.
Okay. So you make it down cell block A without much more, without too much more happening. Let me see. My notes are funny.
Did your notes account for Batmouse having the only blaster?
No, they're not that detailed. Okay. Okay, here we go. So you come to basically the end of that hallway. There's a red door, a green door, and then yeah, there's a red door, a green door, and then the door to the to cell block B seems to have been like forced open by something.
Does it have a color?
But it's kind of ajar. Like you'll still have to. No, it doesn't have a color. The red door can only be opened by the red key, and the green door can only be opened by the green key. If somebody wants to if you want to make a wars roll, I can give you more detail on that.
But the one that's been forced open is probably the one that we're headed towards anyway, right?
The one that's been but this is the rest of this this is relevant information, so you can make a wars roll.
Well, what kind of key card you got there, Lieutenant Floppy Pants?
Will my key card open the other two doors?
Make a wars roll.
Oh, sorry. I think maybe you said that. It cut off.
Yeah.
2.
Okay. So here's I just don't know what to give as like free information versus what like to roll for, because it's like
it makes sense. Yeah.
If this was D&D, then you would do a perception check or an insight check, but that's not really a thing in this. So I just wanted to this is what you know. So the red door goes up to the bridge. The green door goes to the docking bay. Your key card does not open either of those. You are not high enough rank to access the bridge or the docking bay. But you do know that the warden from cell block B should have at least the key to the bridge.
And that's where we are now. And so the warden.
That's where you're headed. That's where you're headed. Yeah. That's
where we're headed. That's what's through door number 3.
Yes.
Okay. But he presumably would have one to the docking bay too, or but just like that's what I know is that
you know for sure that he has a key to the bridge. As far as
that's the red door.
As far as the that's the red door.
The red door,
and that's also the pilot of the ship had called for you to go to the bridge.
Right, and
but
so
you're not
presumably
sure
that he's.
Yeah, you're not sure about. You're not sure if who has access to
anything else on him. Okay, the green door.
Okay, so I'll tell them all that like I don't have access to those first 2, but I think the warden does. I still have my comlink, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if I radio to the guy on the bridge, he should still be there. We could check in to see if he's.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'll see if he's still on the bridge and if things are still okay. Let him know what I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah, this is the bridge.
This is Lieutenant Glop again. Is there I'm here with 2 temporary deputies that we're investigating down here on we made it to cell block B. I'm gonna go. Appears to have been forced through. Just wanted check in on the situation in the bridge. How are things?
The bridge, yes. You should come to the bridge. Yeah. You should find your way to the bridge. I think that will fix everything.
What?
I can't really say anything more than that, but you should come to the bridge. Over and out.
Who is this?
What?
What's your operating number? I run through my head. Does this guy sound at all familiar? Does it seem like someone who would actually be in the position that he seems to be? Is this an interloper?
Make a stars roll.
That's a 3. That's a failure.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I'm worried now too. Can we hear this over the comm link?
Yeah, can we hear it over?
Oh yeah, you guys can hear this entire thing.
So all three of you make a stars roll, and I'll tell you what each of you gets out of this.
Oh, I got a 6.
Okay.
6.
Okay. So
do we want above? It's stars.
Okay. So
I just accept what he's saying. It's like, well, but I don't understand why would it just fix everything?
So Lieutenant Fopp, you recognize that this is the pilot. You don't know his name because he wasn't important enough to you, but like the couple you've met him before, you recognize that this is definitely the pilot. BM, you can kind of you recognize what it sounds like when someone is a hostage. And you kind of recognize that. Levi or Levy, you similar to BM, you recognize that this guy is he sounds like he's in trouble.
Oh no.
All right, so where are you gonna go? Where are you going now?
All right. So
I continue talking because I don't know like anything. The request doesn't make sense to me, but I don't know anything about that. It's like, well, we can't get into the bridge right now. My car doesn't. But do you think you could come down and let us in?
I raise a finger to my mouth, trying to quiet him down for a second.
Oh, sorry. What was that? What is that supposed to mean? My finger's off the thing. Like I assume it's like you press to talk kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Press
you don't have to.
So I'm not.
Okay.
You're not
I'm
listening.
not on the line when I'm saying that.
Okay.
What's this? What's this?
Not everything seems face kosher here. So I'm gonna recommend a little bit of caution.
What do you mean?
He didn't sound like everything was quite okay with him. I know we're in a stressful situation, but it doesn't read right to me.
I mean, yeah, I guess it does. It doesn't really make sense why me going to the bridge would solve everything, does it?
I mean, right now you're just a smelly lieutenant, and I don't see how that's going to help anything.
I never said anything to you when you were just a smelly prisoner. It's not like you've had time to freshen up either. I feel like you're not really speaking from place of privilege.
I'm also not covered in slop, and I have the blaster.
As a Falleen, we're very sensitive to smells, and so you do smell very bad.
Thank you. That was not. This was not in question. That's not really. It's not up for debate, and we all understand. Just maybe not the most.
Yeah, it's because of the zombie vomit.
Relevant thing.
It's because of the zombie vomit.
Yep. Yep. Well, anyway.
So
I honestly have no idea how this is going to listen to after the fact, but this is fun. This is good.
So, in the meantime, what else can we do before we get to the bridge? He seems like he might not be doing too well up there, but I don't know that I want to go rushing that way, unprepared like.
Yeah.
We should. I think we should go to my lab.
I think that too. Did the guy on the bridge respond at all to me? Like
No.
I asked him a question at the end of it. It was like, oh yeah, could he come down and get us? Because I can't go up there to the bridge because I don't have the card.
No, you've got no response since he said over and out.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to hear from him again.
But we do need the pilot if we want to get out. If there's a ship for us to get out of, right?
I'm pilot.
Well,
I fly.
Well, theoretically, if we make it to the docking bay, there's crafts there that we can get out on.
Yeah.
So I say
let's just go to my
go to
my lab first.
Let's go to the lab.
Okay. Go to the lab, get the antidote. If things go bad, we just make an escape. Because I mean, the antidote you have, it can be aerosolized, right? We can just like administer it whenever. Okay. So yeah, let's go get the antidote.
Yeah, you seem pretty light on details actually about what exactly you're hoping to get there.
Let's just go to the lab and I'll explain.
All right, yes.
It's very scientific. It's very complicated.
On the way to the lab. We have plenty of time as we're walking.
We can walk and talk.
So here we go. Let's walk.
Okay, so
you can explain to us all about the antidote while we're walking to the lab.
Okay.
Does that mean we have to go through the bad door?
Yeah, so you're gonna go through the door that's
been forced open.
The only one that's open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so in this hallway is a little bit wider than than cell block A. Cell block A was kind of like you kind of go single file, kind of tight together. This is more for the first class prisoners. So the cells are a little bit bigger in cell block B. And some of them are even actually just like scientist quarters. Because the scientists are definitely not prisoners. And so this is, just like, this is a little nicer. Unfortunately, you do see zombies roaming, kind of going back and forth, and
it is unfortunate.
They as soon as they see you, they start coming towards you.
Well, maybe the one with the blaster could
the shambling speed on the on the zombie?
And they are these ones. I would say these ones are
Medium pace.
they're not as aggressive as the ones in the cafeteria, but they are moving at you kind of like human walking fast speed. Like they're not like sprinting at you, but they are moving at you with authority.
Mr. Falleen, do you happen to have quarters around these parts?
Yeah, I'm right on the other side of them. This is why I left here in the first place. But you guys seem tough. I'll let you guys take care of them, and then we'll have a thing, you know. And he kind of backs away behind you. He kind of goes behind Levy, since Levy seems like the nicest, and kind of cowers a little bit behind them.
Boys,
right. Well, I can take the blaster and shoot them if you're not willing to do that.
I'm willing to shoot them, but let's be smart about it.
All right,
now.
why
If
are we
can get 'em to
discussing this?
pile-
It feels like this shouldn't be a discussion. It feels like you should just be shooting them.
Shooting them in the wrong direction is going to be real bad for us. Now, listen up. Let Mosey to the side, get somebody out in front to block, and then let's start taking pop shots.
So they get close.
You smell like a zombie. Maybe they won't attack you again. Come on, get in front. And I get behind Lieutenant Fop and start taking shots.
I hate to say it, that is actually a good idea. Maybe as a like with the clothes you have on, the zombies might not notice you as a non-zombie.
Feels like
So okay.
But quite a stretch for us to quite a hypothesis for us to test.
Good, yeah. There's got to be a way we can. Wait. You got gloves on, right?
Wait, this guy's a scientist. He can help us figure this out.
I was gonna say,
You think
throw
that'll-
a glove and see if that causes them to react.
In the meantime, I'm still shooting.
Okay. So they
I hold out my zap rod and try to zap any that come close.
okay. So first BM roll wars. We'll do. So are you okay? So just to be clear, is Lieutenant Fop following the plan, or are you just
I moved
just
behind
fighting?
Fop. I moved.
No, I understand what BM is doing.
I am sort of begrudgingly follow the plan because I don't really have much of a choice.
Okay. So then do 2d6. For this is going to be wars.
And Jordan, I'll hand you my ladle since you don't seem to have a weapon right now.
Oh, I think I still have the broom.
Oh, that's right. You have the
Okay.
broom. Never mind. I'm just dual wielding. Or I'll have Falleen. The Falleen doesn't have a weapon. I'll give him the ladle.
1 and a 6.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So 1 and a 6. So you have a mixed success. So you got about 3 or 4 of them, and then the power thingy, what's it called? The power cell, the battery
Cell.
dies, and he goes click, 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 click.
Aw.
And then Lieutenant
Well.
Fop, let's have you roll wars to see how effective your stun baton is. Do
Okay.
do 2 as well.
Do 2. Got a 2 and a 6. So that's also a mixed success.
Okay. So you do get a few of them to kind of bash them in the head and stun them. And when you stun people directly in the head, sometimes it does kill them. So you're successful there. But you also notice that they do seem to be favoring the others in the group over you. But you are sort of succeeding. But there are several of them do get past both you and BM, and come for Levy and Paul Xizorson.
Paul Xizorson.
Did I say that was his name? I think I wrote down that his name is Paul
I remember you said
Yeah.
Paul Xizor or something.
I heard,
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard something,
Yeah,
but I
she
didn't
was-
hear what it was.
Okay.
I also didn't hear. I
Paul
wanted to
Xizor.
ask what was the name of the project. It was something a million.
Mesa
Mesa
Million.
Million.
Mesa Million.
Yes, Mesa Million. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so a couple of them. So you guys kind of thin some of them out, but a couple of them do get past, and they approach Levy and
Xizorson.
Xizorson. Paul like takes the thing, the ladle,
The ladle.
and does like ninja stuff, and is suddenly a badass, and just takes one of them out, and then he kind of like, that's all I had. I can only do that once a day. So what is
not
what
once
is,
per encounter. It's got a full 24-hour cooldown for you there, buddy.
yeah. I
All right.
just it's a religious thing. I'm sorry. My religion is very important to me.
But you had no problem grinding people up. Okay.
Look, it's for science. Science is very important. I'm just an intern. All right, Levy, what do you do? I feel like we keep interrupting your actions.
I was basically just kind of holding things off with the broom. I'm
Okay.
not sure here at this point.
Okay.
Does the how big is the room again?
So it's probably it's like a wide hallway. Like it's not,
Okay.
yeah, it's not like, yeah, it's definitely, it's not like you have to walk down single file or whatever. You're not going to be claustrophobic, but like probably the width of like a hallway in a school or something.
Because okay, so all we can basically do is just back up, right? Because that's what I mean. That's what I would basically be doing, is just trying to keep distance between us until we can think of something better to do.
I think you've thinned
no
them
other-
out. I think you've thinned them out enough
Okay.
that you guys could probably push through if that's if that's the
Okay.
direction you want to go.
Yeah, we might have to just kind of try and push our way through, trying to avoid them. There's no other doors or anything, right? Like this is all just a straight hallway down.
So it's a cell block. So there are cells, just like in the other one. Some of them have somebody in them. There's probably some empty ones. There's a few. I'd say more of them are open in this one. Like some of them have been forced open. But yeah, there are cells.
I was gonna say, maybe if we could just I don't know, maybe open a cell and try and push the last few in there, or maybe how are these who's good at climbing, like holding on to things or climbing?
Well, that's why we stacked up to one side so we could maneuver them around on one corner only.
Yeah, if we could open a door, maybe have someone be bait in there and have them climb above them and over them, we could kind of back them into a corner and get the person out and close the door.
I vote Lieutenant Stinky Pants over here.
Well, we already established that I'm no good as bait. They don't pay attention to me.
Yeah,
So it will have to be one of you.
Fine, since I came up with
Sorry,
idea.
logic over here. I know you really want it to be me, but as we already established, they don't pay attention to me. And it's one
Well,
thing you want
I don't
to
know why we're
pay
standing over
attention
here.
to,
Can
you're
we
using
sneak
as
up
bait.
behind the zombies?
Hey, how is
Can
the
we sneak
is
up behind the
is,
zombies and attack
hey,
again?
is the broom metal? Could I use it as a pole vault?
You can try. You can try.
Okay.
I don't think the broom is metal. I think it's wood, but it's
damn
it's pretty steady wood.
What? Why would it
Oh,
be
'cause you
wood?
mean,
Why would you have a wooden broom on a spaceship?
Spacewood.
Spacewood.
I don't know, because it's a
I feel like they don't have
one.
metal.
Look, this is
I don't know,
a
maybe
backwater
it's wood. I don't know.
prison. It's a backwater prison. I mean, space wood's as good as you're gonna get.
It's ironwood.
All right,
From all palm
With the
trees
Y.
down there in Scarif.
it's. You know what? Actually, you're right. They don't use wood in Star Wars. They use flimsy plast for paper. So that means it should be some sort of it is like a polymer. I don't think it's metal, but it's some sort of artificial polymer material. So it will work for a pole vaulting perfectly.
Okay.
Successfully.
That's definitely a
greater
roll.
than-
So that's
We'll
definitely
make-
a roll
we'll
for stars.
Yeah, we'll
and
make
the Falleen will like give you will give you pheromones. We'll put some of his pheromones on you so that you smell extra good.
The Falleen will give you pheromones, some extra. That's the quote for this session. I feel like
That's a thing that Falleens
So you've been
do,
sprayed
right?
by the Falleen.
I do.
I don't know.
Levy, you're gonna be real horny as you try to make this poll.
No. I'm going to make the zombies horny.
Zombies
I'm
are
fine.
You make the zombies horny. Horny zombies.
So they're real horny for brains. That's yeah.
Yeah, psychosexuals. Got it.
Your brains.
okay. So
wait to
that
see how this
happens.
Oh,
goes.
show me them wrinkles.
This is
So
gonna be
that
so
happens.
bad.
Let's see. Okay. So it's gonna be one dice for regular. It's gonna be one dice because you're using the broom and that's your special thing. It's gonna be one dice because this is wild. Let me think. Is there any justification for
space
a
horny.
fourth? Oh, because of the Falleen. Yeah, the Falleen is the fourth. So roll 4d6 and you're rolling for stars. Tell me what happens, or tell me what you get.
Okay. Okay, so I got 5, 5, 4, and 3. So
Okay.
1 below and two above and 1 on.
Okay, so it's a mixed success, but a pretty good mixed success, and you get to use the force.
Yay!
So I would say you successfully pole vault over them. The force kind of pushes you the rest of the way, you successfully get them they successfully follow you into the cell. They give Lieutenant Fopp a dirty look as they're doing so. You pole vault your way over them, and with supernatural flight, like gracefully come over them, but your broom breaks in half.
Oh no!
Because we established it's not metal, but a polymer that is possible.
It is, yes, it's some sort of polymer or something. I mean, metal can also break.
Yeah, metal fatigue.
You know, it can. I've it's not but anyway, yes, the broom does break, but you still successfully make it over. So I don't know how the physics of that works. Don't at me.
It's Star Wars anyway.
I slam the door after he gets out.
Physics don't count in Star Wars.
Yeah. All right. So the Falleen starts sprinting towards his lab.
Okay, that's not concern. Let's
all right.
Follow.
Oh. Well, wait for us.
Yes, please.
He keeps going, and then bolts into his lab. He doesn't shut the door.
We follow him.
Follow,
Well,
but
I follow.
look for any weapons along the way.
Yeah, not really any weapons. Although there are people kind of walking. I mean, there are a bunch of walkers or skywalkers around. Most of them look like they're prisoners, so they wouldn't have any weapons on them. A few of them look like they're guards, but they're pretty stripped. They're pretty stripped clean as well. So you get into all of you go into the lab, right?
Yes. Yep.
After him, yes.
So you see the Falleen. You see Xizor on the floor. He's got in his hand a hypodermic needle that he has injected himself into the in the arm, and he says, "I'm sorry. I thought it would work. I really thought it would work." And he exposes that he's been bitten, and then he collapses. You see labeled on the syringe, "Only dose of zombie cure." Well, I don't know how our heroes are going to get out of this one, but we'll see on the next installment of Stars and Wars. Thanks for listening. You cannot miss what you've never seen before. Deep inside you know there must be more. As I left, no one tried to stop me. So I learned I was always as free as I wanted to be. Always as free as a bird. I was always as free as I wanted to be. Just too scared to see who I could be. This podcast is a production of the KendallCast Podcast Network. You can support the show for just $2 a month at patreon.com/KendallCast or make a direct donation through the PayPal link at kendallcast.ninja. Every little bit helps.